I'll never forget the first time you held my hand walking down First Avenue. And I broke away because I was worried about being judged. But in that moment, I knew yours would be the hand I'd want to hold for the rest of my life.
So I came out later in life, was married and have a son who is my best man in our wedding. And coming out later in life, it was hard. But because of an amazing, supportive family, was able to be my true, authentic self.
So yeah, for me, I wasn't out for most of my life. So I came from a conservative, Christian, Korean American family. And so both my parents were pastors. Most of my life, I was really afraid of being out and thinking about what they would think about me being gay. And so with Calvin's encouragement and help, I was able to come out to my brothers and then my dad. And so my dad took it really hard in the beginning. And I think that, time really heals. And so now he's great with Calvin and, he's really supportive too. And I think that what's going to be a big deal is when he walks me down the aisle. People always say that, love at first sight, and when you know, you know. And so for me, that was true. And it doesn't really, you don't really realize it until it actually happens to you. That day, we kind of just hit it off. And I think of when I met him, this kind of cheesy Sex and the City quote where, they say, some people are settling down, some people settle, and some people settle for nothing less than butterflies. And so I think for me, I felt butterflies that night too, and so I knew.
You were walking through the earth, letting your worries paint your face.
I'll never forget the time you introduced me to Will.
I was playing Rob's guitar.
I was nervous, but you reassured me he would like me.
Still it might if it were pain.
In that moment, I took a seat next to both of you on the couch and felt like family.
Too much milk up in my core.
I'll never forget the time when you met my dad for the first time after I came out to him.
Things I never planned to change.
You hugged him. In that moment, I knew it was going to be okay.
If others want, will you still love?
I'll never forget the time you went with my dad and James's family to visit my mom's grave.
Just promise me you'll play.
I held my stoic face, but in that moment, I knew my mom's wish for me not to be alone was fulfilled.
Give you a reason in me to hold on.
I always dreamed about this day. I hoped and I prayed for it. I didn't know it would be possible. We stand here today in a country that recognizes us and a church that affirms us. And with family and friends who love and accept us.
You are the first person I want to see in the morning, because in your eyes I have found my home. In your heart I have found my love. I'm so happy to say, I do. I will, and I promise. Whatever I have is yours.
I promise to help create a life that we can cherish, inspiring your love for me and mine for you. Calvin, you are my heart. You are my home.